Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you how you can buy land in Sandbox, sell it, and rent it. So before we get started, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell notification. And I'm going to explain this to you step by step in a very beginner-friendly way. Now, let's jump into it, so you understand exactly how this works. Now, as I mentioned, usually you know, one of the main ways to make money in this space is to try and time things. So buy low, sell high, all that sort of stuff. Or go and find the NFT project that's getting launched and try and time when you to sell it and all that sort of stuff. And that can be very difficult for beginners to do if you don't know what you're doing sometimes. So with this particular method, we're going to focus on you potentially getting a consistent amount of income. And you can actually do it in the metaverse as well. Alright guys, before we jump into this, we need to explain what the metaverse is because a lot of people don't really understand what it is and how it works. And this is going to set the tone for the rest of the tutorial. So the metaverse is a digital online world. It's like a virtual reality world. And you can actually make a lot of money inside these metaverses. And the reason is that people are seeing this as a huge investment opportunity right now. So this is one called Decentraland. And this is one of the main ones that are active right now that you can go inside, you can look around, you can purchase land, you can purchase assets, you can make money inside this specific metaverse. There's also another one called the Sandbox. This one is really awesome. And this is one that I'm heavily involved in. Now the Sandbox and Decentraland are the two main metaverses right now. There are a lot of other ones, but they're not as big as these two right now. And these are the main ones. Now if we look at the Sandbox, for example, you will see that there are all of these big brands that you might recognize, like we got Ubisoft here. We have Snoop Dogg here, we have Atari. We have Binance. Up here, we have the China Morning Post right here. These are companies, so this is the land. They had actually purchased land in the metaverse. First, what I want you to do is come over to the sandbox.game. This is their official website. Just simply search for Sandbox Metals, and you'll come over to this website. So once you're over here, all you have to do is simply sign in or sign up. Now the process is straightforward. All you have to do is come over here and click on the sign in button. Currently, I'm signed in. So let me just sign out and show you how you basically do it. So you'll have the sign in button over here. Just simply click on sign in and you'll have a couple of different options. So if you can either sign in with your email or continue with Google or Twitter or Facebook, or you can choose this option, which I recommend choosing, is called Web3 MetaMask. Now if you're coming over onto the Sandbox, you're going to need to, buy land by different characters or other properties or stuff like that. And to do that, you're going to need a cryptocurrency wallet, such as a MetaMask, Phantom, or any other wallet. Since MetaMask is supported by Sandbox, which is good, you can go ahead and sign up and you can, enter in your Ethereum wallet. And then you can go ahead and sign up. So let me go ahead and choose MetaMask over here. As you can see, this pops up over here. Simply click on sign in. And that's basically it. It's very simple. Now what we can do next is you have to, if you have Ethereum, you can convert it as Sand, which is the token for Sandbox. Through Sand, you can buy land and avatars and all of the other things that Sandbox has to offer. So to find out the map, come over here on the left side and simply click on the map button. Now this is the map over here, as you can see. It's pretty big in my opinion, like it's really, really big. So we have quite a lot of different maps over here. So as you can see, there's a lot of these green maps. As you can see, these maps are, pre-owned. The person has already, owned this land. Like these greens, they are not for sale. And these white ones that we see, these are on sale on OpenSeas. So we can go ahead and buy them on OpenSeas. And then if we see some, blues ones right here, these are already booked by Sandbox for different events or parties or reward systems or and stuff like that they are going to be, implementing it within their, whole universe or whatever. So you can buy them as well. And then you have the orange one, which are on sale. But currently, there are none of the orange lands that I see over here. So if I click on this one button over here, it'll apply the filter and show us all the orange lands that are available for sale. And currently, there are none. So we can go ahead and clear the filter. So next, what we can do is currently, there is no land that we can buy over here. So what we can do next is we can either buy them from OpenSea. So to buy land on OpenSea, just simply come over here and choose the land that you want. So let's just say that this is the land that you want, right? So over here, as you can see, you can either bid on them or buy them for their designated price. So this person is selling his land for 8 Ethereum. So you can go ahead and buy them by clicking on this button. Or you can go back to the home button and come over here and just simply click on buy land. And it'll take you to this website over here. And you can go ahead and buy these types of lands and stuff like that. So as you can see, we have quite different lands, and these lands are selling for sands. So this person is selling his land for 2,250 stands. This one is selling it for 2,235. Like basically all of the lands are selling above 2,000. So if you can really, buy a cheap land. Now what I would suggest you guys do to buy some, good amount of land. And to make sure that your transaction goes through is this website right here, etherscan.io. Now over here, what you can do is just look at glaze. So the gas level right here. So you have to make sure that the gas levels are no, so currently they are pretty low. So right now the lowest is 33, the average is 33, and the highest is 35. So over here, as you can see, this is the amount of gas that you have to pay. So let me just search for the gas tracker. So this is the gas tracker, right? So you have to make sure that you have to pay at least high, in my opinion, because there's a lot of transactions going through right. So over here, as you can see, these are all the transactions that are going through 15.22% there. So as you can see that's equivalent to like $166,397.57. Right there, $1,709,957.99 Ethereum. So that's a lot of transactions. So you have to make sure that your transaction goes through, and to make sure that it goes through, you have to pay a high number of gas fees, which is $88.33. So you have to make sure that if you are going to buy land and the transaction really goes through, it does not get stuck, and you do not get lowballed or anything like that, or someone else comes and gets a higher price. Make sure that you already pay a higher price so that your transaction is at the top and you are the first one to, actually acquire that transaction. So that is a tip from me to you guys. Always, check out the gas meters over here on Etherscan and just go for the higher gas. So, as you can see, it just goes down. So right now, it's at 32. So it was at 35 a minute ago. So as you can see, the gas prices can fluctuate, and they'll go higher, and then they'll go low. And it'll just keep going up and down. So we have to make sure right now, as you can see, it just went down and went down to 31. So be sure to, pay a little bit more. So let's say that it's 31, right? Make sure you pay 35. That way, even if it fluctuates, we'll still have a higher gas number than all of the other ones that have paid 31. So you'll still be ahead of the competition. That is another tip from me to you guys. So make sure pay a higher gas number. And check out the gas value and find a good land that you can buy. So it's pretty simple. It's really easy. Like, it doesn't get any easier than that. Now, as you can see, some of these lands are already booked by different companies. All right. So this one is booked by an investor. Okay, this one is booked by Dogecoin. This one is booked by Metaverse. And over here, this one is booked by the Walking Dead franchise and many, many more. So Sandbox is really amazing, guys. So that is basically it, guys. That is how buy different lands on Sandbox Metaverse. And it's pretty simple. So now that we know what exactly Metaverse land is and some of the use cases that are surrounding with it, as well as some of the games that have these land plots, let's talk about how people buy and then sell some of these land entities for profit. And we're going to use the game of the Sandbox for an example for the rest of this video. And in the Sandbox, as the escape, there are land parcels, a limited supply of land parcels of, I believe, around 160,000 blocks. So what a buyer would essentially do right here is purchase one of these land parcels inside of the Sandbox game. From that point, I believe there is 3 different things that you can necessarily do with this land, one that will generate profit, or you can sell for more profit later on. One thing that I can think of is you can build different experiences, a game on this parcel of land, and then sell it for board later on. Think of it as another real-life example we can provide for you right here. We have a plot of land, an empty plot of land, and then the owner of that plot of land decides to build a home on it or a building, and later on, the owner may have decided to sell that plot of land, but since there is an actual asset on it, like a building or a home, it will sell for much more than he initially paid for. The second thing I can possibly think of is renting that piece of land to individuals that want to build on it or use it for different purposes. So there are going to be owners that own a bunch of different land plots inside of the Sandbox, as well as other Metaverse games that are going to want to rent out their pieces of land to individuals to build certain things on it or use it for their own purposes. Once again, it kind of is the same thing as real life, where you possibly own a home, but you are not living in it, and you want to rent it out to someone for a monthly fee. And that in itself can generate income gradually month by month, and then at some point, you can then sell that lamplight later on and come out on a profit. I believe it's going to be an extremely popular thing inside of the Metaverse, and as well as a really strong way to earn money. And then the final thing I can think of here is that the event pot itself appreciates over time, and there's a multitude of different factors that can contribute to that price appreciation over time, which includes the game's popularity, the amount of demand for those plots of land. As we have discussed earlier, there is usually a limited amount of those lands within the certain metaverse to, let's say, the game itself. The sandbox becomes extremely popular with millions and millions of active players every single day. The demand for those NFTs might rise next. Another thing that can really contribute to the overall price appreciation of that plot of land could be that your products are right next to a bunch of different things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on post notifications. By turning on post notifications, you're not only helping us out, but you're helping yourself a daily dose of content, because we upload videos like these daily about websites like these that can help you scale your business or grow your business. That is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And having said that, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and until then, take care and goodbye.